Take it away. Now these days, people are getting far too emotional, and this has got to stop. Here are some simple rules by which we can all abide. A true gentleman is stoic, and I think that's heroic. If you find yourself feeling, feel free not to show it. I know it's a cliche, the stiff upper lip, just like the hat that I tip and the tea that I sip. So I put forward a motion to suppress my emotions. For Lord knows, I don't like to cause a commotion. If a woman I am wooing wants a show of devotion or affection, she will notice my objection to this notion. No need to see how I'm feeling. I'll just say alright and we'll proceed with the evening. Even if by all rights I should be grieving, like if my mother's just died or if my shirt needs cleaning. If I'm faced with a scene too traumatic, I just bottle it up, it's automatic, and that's fantastic. I cope with anything emotionally crippling by taking advice from Mr. Rudyard Kipling. Splendid author, and no, he's not the one who makes the exceedingly good cakes. It's only fair to control one's despair. Don't bother others, they don't want you to share. But if there's one thing that I can't abide, it's those that try to make me feel something inside. I take great pride in feeling so empty. I mean no offense, but your empathy offends me. For an end to offense, I'll provide the tools. Just follow these simple rules. No swearing, I'm so uptight. No staring, don't you know it's impolite? No caring, I don't care if that's what you like. Take your affairs elsewhere, cause I'm so uptight. No flirting, I'm so uptight. No hurting, keep your pain from plain sight. I never let a love letter fill me with delight. I'm like a stalagmite, I'm so uptight. And that's quite alright. Now, some would say I'm a tad too repressed, but I've expressed zero interest to test the waters of happiness, that blessed altar of sappiness. I'm afraid of emotions, and that fear is great, for fear leads to anger, anger to hate, hate leads to a rush, decision one will make. For goodness sake, take time to contemplate. A clear head is calm in a crisis, feelings cloud one's judgment, and I wish I had no hippocampus. What would be nice is to empathize with mechanical devices. An emotionless world is my intent, but one emotion is exempt, that's contempt. I feel it towards those that offend, and fools, which is anyone who breaks these rules. No hitting, there's no need to fight. No spitting is simply a disgusting sight. No quitting, I consider quitters a blight. Well, they might be alright, but I'm so uptight. No feeling, I'm so uptight. No stealing, strive to be upright. If a political opinion leans too far from the right, I never share it with a soul, cause I'm so uptight. And I would like, if I might, to recapitulate that soundbite. No swearing, I'm so uptight. No staring, don't you know it's impolite? No caring, look, I don't care if that's what you like. Take your affairs elsewhere, cause I'm so uptight. No sweating, I'm so uptight. No hurting, keep your pain from plain sight. I never let a love letter fill me with delight. I'm like a stalagmite, I'm so uptight. Thank you. Lovely. Thank you very much. It's quite warm on this stage, actually. I might just take off my jacket. Thank you, thank you. That is the appropriate response to a jacket being taken off. And I will reveal to you all my greatest invention. The topless top hat. Yes, here we go. Much better. The word nemesis is not one that I would use lightly. However, I feel it very fitting in this situation. Throughout my entire life, my entire career, there has been one man who has been the very bane of my existence. His treachery knows no bounds. His villainy eclipses all others. He is my nemesis. But now the time has finally come that I, Baron Fortitude, have the chance to expose him as the fraud that he is. Charles Dickens, you're just a second-rate hack. You stole every single story and I want all mine back. Charles Dickens, inspiration never struck. Your children run amok. You sold out for a quick buck. What the Dickens? notes, you pigeon-livered scoundrel. You were taking notes when I gave you counsel. Charles Dickens, of all my many frustrations, with your work the worst is that I had such great expectations. Growing up together in Camden Town, our cards weren't dealt, they were handed down. See, I was made an orphan when my parents turned up missing, and your family was living in Marshalsea debtors' prison. We were leaving and packing pots of boot blacking to pay debts and fines. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. We felt cursed sometimes, but I could always count upon you as a friend of mine. We parted ways when our fortunes changed. Though we wrote to each other, I always thought it strange that those stories of yours seemed exactly the same as all the tales I had told you, but you changed the names. Charles Dickens, you're just an old curiosity, more ruthless than the uncle of Nicholas Nickleby. Charles Dickens, it sickens me that you got away with it. Here's your papers of Pickwick, I'll show you where to stick it. What the Dickens? You'd be an artful dodger, but you have no artistic merit. You aren't a hornswoggler, Dickens. I hope you're feeling sore. Please, sir, could I have some more? Your Home for Fallen Women taught them how to make a proper meal. Around there you were known as David Copperfield. You may say it's just rumours, but we all know the fact is you left your wife for a much younger actress. You mixed in politics and taught the poor to hate the rich. Brought the country closer to revolution than Marx did. You had hypocritical criticisms of capitalism while simultaneously using the system for self-enrichment. Charles Dickens, I'm so angry that I want to jump up, make a scene and scream obscene things. Bah humbug, Dickens! I'm so frustrated that I failed. You survived my fiendish plot and had your train derailed. What the Dickens? What an ego! When you're asked to sign your name, you need to underline it 9 times. Charles Dickens! Now you're just worm food. I'm the only one that can solve the mystery of Edwin Drood. Thank you very much. Thank you. Now, some people say to me, Baron, have you ever tried to train horses to dance to a hip-hop beat? And I say, yes, here's the evidence. This is what I call clip-clop hip-hop. In my horse-drawn carriage, I be rolling round the town. A couple ladies in the back, I got the windows rolled down. Flaunting my fortune on this occasion, not humble. Music playing loud, small classical ensemble. The leather, Italian, painting, galleon. Wearing the harness, purebred stallions. All you other dapper rappers better step up your game, for it is I, Baron Fortitude, who holds the reins. Looking so fine, there's nobody could disparage me, chaperoning ladies in my horse-drawn carriage. I don't know how anyone could even manage to be seen around town without a horse-drawn carriage. Oh! Horse solo. Climb aboard, my dear, although it may be a bit of a bumpy ride. And now I know some other folk who have a lovely horse, but one is not enough. No, I must have 4, and for that raw 4 horsepower feel you ought to try a steel-rimmed wheel. You know we never tire, I'm higher in status. That was always my intention. Comfortable seats, iron leaf suspension. The beat of horse feet on the street never ends, and we have seats on the roof so you can bring all your friends. We have oil lights for the nights, we do it by the book. For the stops we got chocks, they're off the hook. So come and take a tour, be you poor or nobility. The only rule inside is that you ride with civility. Looking so fine that nobody could disparage me, chaperoning ladies in my horse-drawn carriage. I don't know how anyone could even manage to be seen around town without a horse-drawn carriage. If you're in my way, I'm not responsible for damage, 'cause nothing can stop me in my horse-drawn carriage. No, nothing's gonna stop me in my horse-drawn carriage. No, nothing's going to stop me in my horse-drawn carriage. Thank you very much. There you go. Well, this is one that could be a little bit of a touchy subject, but I think we need to face it head on and say what needs to be said. And no, it's not about getting children back to work in the mines again. No, I'll get to that later. Now, this is a subject that is very, very important. Well, here's a great debate that is clearly two-sided. Regrettably, you can see we're a nation divided. We'll be at each each other's throats if we allow this to fester. So a healthy conversation is what I would suggest, sir. If you were to find a fanatical figure espousing opinions of version peripheral, please don't disregard all their views without critical thinking. We're part of political. Some may be offended, but if their arguments are defended robustly, you must see controversy can be splendid. Please repress any expression of aggression and show some discretion as I ask the contentious question. Is it scone or scone? The chances are you're wrong. Is it just an opinion or how they say it where you're from? Is it scone or scone? Nobody's ever really known. From the great unwashed masses to the monarch on the throne, of all the questions that have tested all mankind throughout time, there's no solution to this riddle that the greatest minds could find. Is it this way by design? The will of the divine is to seek the answer simply asinine. Is it scone or scone? The great debate rages on. Take 10 paces, butter knives at dawn. Is it scone or scone? There's always someone that will moan. But violence on this matter's something that I don't condone. I can foresee a victory, a world where we all agree with the letter of the law, forced by tyrannical authority. Let's just make a choice and we'll put it in the dictionary. Everybody grab your tea and clotted cream and follow me. I'm like a town crier, am I preaching to the choir? This could be the final straw for the British Empire. I could use your help if you would grant me your permission. I shall make it my mission to commission a petition. In the usual fashion, I shall need to hear your passion. If you're gathered in this crowd, now shout out loud. Everybody ready then? 1, 2, 3. Now if you think it said scone, shout scone is the one.
Scone is the one.
What?
Scone is the one.
And if you think it said scone, shout scone takes the throne.
Scone takes the one.
Louder. Now if you think it said scone, shout scone is wrong.
Scone is wrong.
Yes.
Scone is wrong.
And if you think it said scone, shout scone, scone. No.
Scone, on.
Now must we carry on and on until everyone has gone? Is it scone or scone? Can't we just pick one? You may think this overblown, but the question scone or scone is immediate action. We can no longer postpone. See your local MP, say we have a need to be free from this tedious uncertainty, free for other inquiries like sweet or savoury, plain or cheese, sultanas or cherries. Is it scone or scone? Now here's where people start to groan. Yet another verse. Yes, I could write a lengthy tome. Is it scone or scone? It's where the country's going wrong. How on earth are you supposed to write it? In a poem or a song? It's an issue only British people truly understand. The French don't have this problem. They'd have had one of them banned. And if you think this case has gotten rather out of hand, don't even ask the order of the clotted cream and jam. Thank you very much. This one goes out to all the youngsters who think that they've got it so tough these days. You're a disgrace. You have bad attitude. Baron Fortitude is here to put you in your place. You know I used to be an orphan street urchin. My earnings were meager at the age of 7, working as a crossing sweeper. Fortunately, my fortunes improved somewhat, and I credit that instilled in me was the Protestant hard work ethic. Now the youth of today fritter all their time away, chasing stardom on stage in the great cabaret. Nothing ever gets done, they're too busy having fun. If you want them to work hard, you need to get them when they're young. All you children, listen to me. Stop playing your games and get up a chimney. Spend a little time working as a shoe shine or digging underground as a coal mine miner. All you children, listen to me. If you're tough enough, you can get a job at sea, or cleaning moving parts in a factory. You could catch rats or make hats for me. Now some of these professions may seem relatively perilous, nevertheless employing a child workforce is for the best. You don't need babysitters, they're not allowed to be quitters. We'll improve the gene pool, survival survival of the fittest. You'd hate to have to feel that they're a burden to your family, so get them out to work so they can help you out financially. Out of the cradle as soon as they're able. They need to know they need to put some money on the table. All you children, listen to me. Why do you think that you can get away with living rent-free? You could deliver for a printer or big turnips in winter. You'd earn 5 pence a day just to scare the birds away. I say, all you children, listen to me. Get yourselves out of school and start making some money. You could be a matchmaker or a maid in a manor, or collect dog excrement and sell it to a tanner. You children need to step up and be responsible. The problem is that they've allowed you to become too comfortable. Your duty to bring in an income has been shirked, and yet you all expect your mothers to work. As respectable professionals fade into obsolescence, you're still playing with your toys because you're plumber adolescents. It seems we've raised a generation of wimps who think life's not fair, hence living with your parents. All you children, listen to me. Get yourselves out of school and start making some money. You could be a matchmaker or a maid in a manor, or collect dog excrement and sell it to a tanner. All you children, listen to me. If you're tough enough, you can get a job at sea, or cleaning moving parts in a factory. You could catch rats or make hats for me. See, all you children, listen to me. Why do you think that you can get away with living rent-free? You could deliver for a printer or big turnips in winter. You'd earn 5 pence a day just to scare the birds away. I say, all you children, listen to me. Stop playing your games and get up my chimney. Spend a little time working as a shoe shine, or digging underground as a coal mine miner. Thank you. That's minor with an O, you see. It's a little joker. Play on words. Right, let's do the last track then. Thank you. The correct way to make a cup of tea. Fill your kettle up with water from the tap, or the local water pump if that's a luxury you lack. Kettle on the stove, simple and elegant. I'll not heat my water with some filthy element. Bring it to the boil, there should be no bother, but a vital step in the war on cholera. For the perfect cup of tea you desire, the kettle should heat upon a closed coal fire. Add some hot water to warm your teapot, or when you're steeping your tea, it won't stay so hot. Pour that hot water out again, and now we're ready for the tea to go in. Add your tea leaves to the pot and make sure 1 teaspoon per person, no more than 4. Drop the boiling water onto your tea to keep it hot. Put the pot under a tea cozy. Wait! 5 minutes for steeping, 3 for oolong, or 4 for Darjeeling. Adhere to your timing, don't go a second past it, unless you're a member of the working classes. Check your milk jug. If your milk has gone bad, it can be renewed with boracic acid. Before I utter this, do take notes. Many get this one wrong, but insist that they don't. The milk goes in first, yes, you heard me correctly. This is property, not a mug of Tetley. 2 exceptions to this rule, and here's the first reason. You brewed in the cup like an absolute heathen. Second reason one might put the tea in first is to show off the fine china can withstand the temperature. Once you've all had a cup, that teapot is now done. And if you want another, start again at step 1. Now are you all ready to sing with me? On the count of 3, everybody shout tea. 1, 2, 3. Tea. 1, 2, 3. Tea. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la. Tea. Now join me for this tea part. Keep going with that in perpetuity. I thank you all for your complicity. And when you've all completed that simple duty, make sure that you all take a well-earned break. Sip, don't slurp, and even if you like a tea hot, it's not appropriate to drink directly from the teapot. I like it such a lot that I buy it by the tea barrel. Never spill a drop, and if I do, I use a tea towel. If guests request something fruity, make something nice and sweet, I'd suggest a tea cake. I love tea, I have an affinity to call it an addiction. Because I'm teetotal, you'll often find me hiding in the tea rooms, always carry a selection collection of all my favourite teaspoons, and as I'm a model of responsibility, I'm ending this song now, so we don't all miss our tea time. Thank you very much. And now my solicitor insists that I inform you all that boracic acid is no longer considered safe for human consumption. I tell you, it's health and safety gone mad. Thank you very much. I've been Baron Fortitude, and I shall see you later.